It's time for Strike Tour team competition here in the Bowling Promotion Tour. This is our first semifinal match, and it features Team Mercury versus Team Sirius. Team Worlds will face Team Orion in our other semifinal, with the two winning teams bowling for the Strike Tour Championship. Team Mercury consists of Sarah Atay, Kira Black, Olivia Rogers, Valentine Villadue, and Elisa Hiltunen, and Team Sirius consists of Louis Benet, Phil Manning, Tom Levant, and Gaetan Carew. This is Baker competition in that each team member bowls one frame in our 10-frame match. And our referee will kick us off and tell us which team will be on which lane.
So for the first semi-final of Strike Tour, Team Sirius have chosen the lane number 6, so Team Mercury will play first. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Philippe Thionville. And it looks like Team Mercury will be on lane 5, our left lane. Team Sirius on the right lane, lane 6, here at Bowling La Sphère and Fontaine Le Comte. And it will be Sarah Atay kicking us off. And since Team Mercury actually has 5 members, and Sarah pushes that to the right a little bit, it looks like she might have dropped that shot a little bit. Leaves a very challenging 1, 2, 8, 9 to kick things off. Since Team Mercury has 5 members, they will each bowl 2 frames in our 10-frame match. Since Team Sirius only has 4 members, 2 of the members will bowl 3 frames, and that will be Louis Benet and Phil Manning. They will bowl the 9th and 10th frames of the match. So we will track that as we go along. And here is Sarah attempting the 1, 2, 8, 9 combination. She's got that Storm Absolute Power, very powerful bowling ball, and makes the spare. Good cover there by Sarah to get her team on the board with a spare. You can see her balance was very good there, straight through the shot and right into the pocket to convert the 1, 2, 8, 9. Good cover there, Sarah. All our competitors have bowled 18 games at various locations around France, and those seedings were used to determine our team members. Here is Louis Benet for Team Sirius, and he comes up with a strike, gets the tip on the 10-pin. An enthusiastic high five there from Benet. And watch the 6-pin. He gets a good hit. Good turn on the ball. Comes up. Yes! Give me that tipping 10-pin. And watch the 6-pin just tap the 10 and take it out to give Team Sirius an opening strike. Here is Kira Black from England. And she's throwing a very dull, what looks like a harsh reality, and that ball almost got back from the way outside. And you can tell all that surface on the ball got it to get some hook. So it was a pretty good shot, just a little bit light in the pocket, and she leaves the 2, 5, 6, 7 combination. And she'll go cross lane in another 6-count spare, another challenging spare for Team Mercury. As you can see, each bowler bowls a single frame. And she goes cross lane, and perfect conversion there. So good cover. 2 6-counts and 2 spares for Team Mercury. Good solid start. Phil Manning was just coming off bowling in the Cubica AMF Masters stepladder final against Kenny Bio in an exciting match, and here he goes, kicking us off here in the Strike Tour series, using that solid optimum. Good shot there. Optimum idle, and Phil Manning kicks us off with a perfect strike, and that's going to give Team Sirius a double and a 14-pin lead. Now our first look at Olivia. She's from England, qualified 26th in our 18-game qualifier. Looks like a 2-hander, and gets some turn on that ball. Not a bad shot. Goes Brooklyn, though, goes over and leaves the sole 9-pin. And you can see see she's got that two-handed style. Gets that left hand off the ball just in time, but pulled it a little bit. Goes cross lane to the Brooklyn side and leaves the 9-pin. And now she's moving over to a purple hammer for the conversion. And look at that, only 2 fingers in the ball for the two-hander. And this is interesting. Here's a backup shot to go after the right side spare. And it's a very interesting approach and successful for Olivia. And watch the shape of this ball as it comes off her hand. She goes to the left side of the lane, and look at the turn, and that purple hammer jumps off the dry and comes back around to make the 9-pin. So good conversion there. So good spare shooting here by Team Mercury. Unfortunately, Team Sirius already with 2 strikes and going for 3. Here is Tom Levant from France, and he is high in the pocket there. Comes through the beak and leaves the 4-7. And you can see the typical two-hander gets under it, gets through the shot, got a little bit to the right. Might be a little nervous for a shot on TV. He will be faced with the 4-7 conversion cross lane, switches over to the plastic ball, takes a deep breath, and just calmly goes about his business and converts the 4-7. Good cover there by Tom Levant. Levant qualified 10th in our 18-game qualifier. And good release there and good cover. That's a white dot he used to do that. And now it's time for Valentin Villedieu from France. He qualified 9th of all the competitors. And there is a purple hammer he'll be using. And goes straight up the lane and a ring 10. Beautiful shot. Hammers the pocket and is not rewarded. He gets a 6-pin, wraps around the 10. Kind of came off that shot a little bit, but it had power. Came right up the track. Right into the pocket, and you can see that 6 wrap around the 10. Now let's see if he uses a backup. No, I think he's going to use the same purple hammer and go to the left side of the lane and go cross lane for the 10-pin and converts. So Team Mercury still clean after 4 frames. Unfortunately, they have a 14-pin deficit at this point, and good cover there on the 10-pin. So we are clean through 7 frames. Sirius started with a double. Those are the only 2 strikes of the match so far. Time for Gaetan Carew, qualified 20th from France. Got that DNA coil there. Let's see what Gaetan can do. We saw him last year in the bowling promotion tour. How about a perfect flush strike? And beautiful shot there. Very simple game. Straight up the lane. I remember Gaetan was injured last year. Look at that beautiful release. Gets through the shot. Look at that ball. Turns through the pocket. And that is the way to do it. Yes, sir. Come on. Let's go. And beautiful shot. 3 out of 4 strikes now for Team Sirius. Here is PWBA member Elisa Hiltunen. And watch this game. Look at that beautiful shot. She throws it out, turns it up, blows the rack. First strike for Team Mercury. Thanks to Elisa Hiltunen. She'll bowl the 5 and 10 frames, the 5th and 10th frames. And look at this release. Perfect line position. Power on the ball. Gets it out to the dry. Uses the pattern. Turns up and puts a strike on the board for Team Mercury. And now we're back around the horn. We'll go back to Louis Bonnet. We'll bowl the 5th frame for Team Sirius. And he gets up, turns it up, and come on, let's go. Slaps the 10, and that's another double for Team Sirius. They went double, spare, double, and they have a 98. They have a 24-pin lead right now. Louis Bonnet knows it. He says, come on, let's go. And good shot there. And now it's Sarah Tay for her next frame. She went light the first time, comes up high this time. Leaves a 3-pin. And she didn't want to go light again. It was a better shot than last time, but a little bit left of target. So it's going to go high. And she trips out the baby split, luckily, and leaves herself only the 3-pin conversion. Once again, the 5 team members for Team Mercury will each bowl their second frame now in the Baker competition and converts the 3-pin to keep Team Mercury clean. They're bowling a very solid game, but unfortunately it's not enough against the striking power of Team Sirius. Here is Phil Manning with that Optimum Idol solid. He's thrown that ball to great success in previous matches. And straight up the lane. Look at that beautiful form right into the pocket. It rips the rack apart, blows the 5 out. Phil the Machine Manning with a great, look at that arm swing, dead straight, right up the lane. He says, come on, go, go, go. Yes, let's carry it. I really like this low lane shot. You can really see the leverage off the shot. And oh, don't kick the camera there, Phil. And now we're back around the horn. It will be Kira Black for her second and final shot, throwing that Harsh Reality. Let's see how she does here. Kira is from England, and that's a pretty good looking roll. Get up to the pocket, just doesn't make it up. It's close. She left 6 the first time. She left a variant to the bucket. Couldn't make it up that time either. And so she's going to leave the 2, 4, 5, 8, the entire dinner bucket. She now must convert, and you can see the head pin just takes out the 7, but that's all, and leaves those 4 pins for the bucket. And we're going to go cross lane here. She was successful in converting the 2, 4, 5, 7 in the second frame. Let's see if she can convert the bucket here. And she goes across and does convert. Good shot there. Once again, Team Mercury still clean after 7 frames, but unfortunately could put up only 1 strike, and that was from Elisa Hiltunen. And good cover there. Nice solid game being bowled here by Team Mercury. Unfortunately, Team Sirius has massive firepower here. This will be Tom Levant's final shot. Two-handed lefty with the purple hammer. And gets it out. First time he went through the beak, and this time he rips the rack apart for a 4-bagger. And Team Sirius on pace for with a possible 278. And watch this ball turn up, and he just blows the rack. Great shot by Tom. Right over the 4th arrow. A really good angle there to see the trajectory of that shot. Lays it down right in the middle of the oil, and the ball turns up, and look at the strike percentage. Sirius 85-something%, and Team Mercury only able to put up 1 strike. Let's see if Olivia can put one up here. And unfortunately misses left. That will be the 1-3-5 combination. And both her shots have been a little bit left off her hand. She says that one too. That's okay. Just make a nice straight shot here, Olivia. Make your spare. And keep your team clean. And there's a good projection. Gets it out, but a little bit too far right. And she's going to leave the head pin. And unfortunately not going to fill the frame there. She didn't want to pull it left again, so she sent it out to the right. Unfortunately didn't make it up to the pocket and leaves the head pin. So that will leave Team Mercury open in the 8th frame. And now it's basically a victory lap for Gaetan Carew and the rest of the Sirius team as they are cruising to an easy victory here in our first semifinal. Gaetan, another strike. And are these guys really going to shoot 278? They've struck in all but 1 frame through the 8th. They have the last 5. Gatton, that's a second very good shot right through the pocket, and beautiful shot there. And now it will be Valentine Villadue, and then Elisa will close out the Team Mercury game. Unfortunately, pretty much out of wood at this point. Just get all you can. And he turns up, and he comes up light into the pocket for a 2-4-5 combination. And he comes across and just doesn't have the turn to cut through the track and get up to the pocket. He leaves the 2-4-5, another variation of the bucket leave. And he'll stay with the purple hammer and go cross lane for this 2-4-5. And a little bit of hook, gets the hook and makes the 2-4-5. Good cover there by Valentine. And now we will see Monet come up. You can see him hit that ball, get some turn on it. He puts it out on the dry, and it does hook over to make the 2-4-5. Now it'll be Louis Bonnet bowling the 9th, and then it will be Manning in the 10th. Can this team close out 278 by striking out? Can they do it? Here's Bonnet wasting no time. Gets it out to the dry and comes up and flushes it again. 278 still alive. They're in the 250s right now. What an amazing shot that's going to be. 3 strikes for Bonnet, and he gets it out to the dry. Look at that. That is absolutely dead flush, and beautiful shot. All smiles now for Team Sirius in a cakewalk here in the first semifinal. Once again, we'll be having 3 matches here for the Strike Tour team competition. This is our first of 3. We'll have a semifinal next with Team Orion and Team Worlds. And here's Elisa Hiltunen striking again. And she's got both strikes for the Team Mercury right now, and she'll finish off the 10th frame with a possible 186 for her team. Once again, Team Worlds and Team Orion will meet in our next match on the same channel. And then the winner of that match will face Team Sirius for the title. This is match number 22 out of 24 we're bringing you as part of the Bowling Promotion Tour 2024-2025. And my name is Bruce Hall. I'm your international commentator. It's my privilege to bring you this voiceover for these great competitive matches. And here's Hiltunen looking for her 3rd strike, but she comes up light as well for a 2-4-10 combination. She just might have missed that a little bit at the bottom. Not a bad shot, just got through the oil a little bit. We've had a fresh oiling here, obviously, for this team competition, so got a little bit in the oil, went a little bit down the lane. And now she'll go cross lane, try to make the 2-4-10, does not do it. And that will leave Team Mercury with a 175 game. Could not put any doubles together with a single open. Loss of count. And now can Phil Manning close out the 278? He'll need 3 strikes to do it. And he goes Brooklyn for the first one, but he gets it. And give it to him. Goes cross lane. Oh my lord! He says, "Well, he pointed." He said, "Okay, he pointed to get it over there." So, once again, stay tuned for Marc Chavet's interview after our match, and join us on the same channel for the next semifinal coming up in our Strike Tour team competition. And after that, stay tuned for the grand finale. Match number 24 will be the final of the Strike Tour team competition. It'll be Team Sirius versus the winner of Team Worlds versus Team Orion. And there's a ball switch by Manning, and he leaves a swisher 7. That will put them in the 260s. If he converts this, it'll be 267. What an amazing game, one of the highest we've seen here on these televised matches. Gets the swisher 7. Won't quite go for him. And He'll go cross lane, converts the 7-pin, and a beautiful game by Team Sirius. They should be very proud, and they are. Hugs all around, and they will advance to be in the final of the Strike Tour team competition. And he runs out that 7-pin, and once again does not kick the camera. Thank you, Phil, for that. So let's see some stats here. And we got Team Sirius at, actually that's a 260 game, 267 and 175 for Team Mercury. And you can see 9 strikes on the Sirius side and only 2 spares, no opens, and Team Mercury 175 could only muster the 2 strikes from Elisa Hiltunen with 7 spares. So a solid game, not enough against the onslaught of Team Sirius. Here's Marc's interview. Take care, everyone. We'll see you for our next match.
Well, the post-match interview alongside Captain Louis Bonnet, the man from Belgium, just driving force behind, indeed, the inspiration of Team Sirius. He's looking for a 2nd win in a row. He won the championship last year for the Strike Tour. Louis, just give us a sense of what this represents for you, of course, as team captain, to get such a dramatic win. You have the new record for the 2024 Promotion Tour season, 267. Louis a le record, évidemment, avec son équipe, le Team Sirius, 267 points. C'est le record télé pour l'édition 2024, c'est le capitaine de l'équipe. Forcément, on exulte de joie.
Oui, Marc, on exulte de joie. On essaye de voir match après match. On a vu depuis le début. On a une équipe avec beaucoup de qualité, aussi bien avec Philippe Méning qui vient de finir quand même 2e de cette édition. Donc un grand joueur, une grande équipe, beaucoup de détermination et de motivation. Malgré tout, on a dans l'équipe un jeune gamin de 14 ans qui a, au fur et à mesure des jours, grandi en maturité, grandi en expérience. On n'a rien lâché, on avait l'envie d'aller le plus loin possible. On a vu match après match. Donc maintenant, cette demi-finale est passée. Direction cette finale, et on va essayer pour la 2e année de suite, en tout cas pour moi, et essayer pour les teams Sirius de remporter ce doublé.
So Louis, telling us indeed, giving us a little just a story behind indeed the make of the team. He has a 14-year-old player. There's Phil Manning on deck as well. Phil, who just walked away with a 2nd place finish at the official Masters tournament here during the Promotion Tour 2024. Louis himself winning last year in the Strike Tour, wants to get the 2nd win, so 2 wins in a row for him. Everything getting off to a perfect start, becoming the new record holders in terms of the most impressive score registered on television, 267 so far. Can they beat it in the final? That's what we're going to find out very soon. So thank you so much, Louis, and thank you for being with us here on One Sports.